Well, we very quickly reached the end of January 2022, which means I wish you a very belated Happy New Year. What a shame it was about the Ashes, and I hope you managed to file your tax return on time. But what of the rental market in January 2022? Well, I can tell you that those familiar trends that ran throughout 2021 have continued. Strong tenant demand, not enough property coming to the market to satisfy that level of tenant demand. And in fact, I can give you an example. We've done some research ourselves to put that into context, and I can tell you that throughout the last year, at any point, the number of properties on the rental market in Bath were 35 to 40% below the average over the last decade in terms of properties being available on the rental market. So it gives you some context for what I mean when I say there's not enough properties on the market. What impact is that having? Well, it's definitely driving rents up. The properties we let throughout January, if we'd rented them before in previous years, we compared the rents we were achieving this time versus last time, and on average, the rents were up by 10.9%. Again, just for some context, across the whole of Bath, all properties that were let last year, average rents went up by 6.5%. So our January was above that, but across the board, rents are increasing, and that's because there are so many people trying to secure a single property. Demand is so high that rents are just being pushed up and up and up. What will change that? Well, I think only one thing can possibly change that, and that is more properties coming to the rental market and demand or competition for those properties decreasing. I can't see that happening anytime soon. So if you're a landlord, do expect to continue receiving high rents, really, for the foreseeable future. But what else can I tell you about January 2022? On average, properties let within 6.1 days. That's the time it took between the property launching on the market and securing a tenant taking their holding deposit. So just 6.1 days to find a new tenant. For each property that we let throughout the month, we achieved 100% of our asking rent. That's almost become expected these days with this strong tenant demand and competition for properties. And again, sorry to labour the point, but just doubling down again on that point of tenant demand, in terms of registering new applicants, that's new people who are looking for properties during the month of January 2022, that was significantly up on December 2021, which is really to be expected because December is known to be a quiet and sleepy month. However, it was nearly double the amount that new applicants we registered in January 2021. In January 2021, we were heading into, I think, our third national lockdown. However, it was still a fairly active month on the lettings front. So to double that number is extraordinary. There's clearly still a lot of people looking to rent properties and looking to move in Bath. Away from the day-to-day rental activity, what of wider rental news? Well, a couple of pieces of news on the legislation front. First of all, it's been confirmed the government will be pressing ahead with their amendments to the smoke and carbon monoxide regulations that were introduced back in 2015. The key thing you need to know is that if you have a gas boiler in your property, please make sure you've got a carbon monoxide alarm in that room. That's not currently a requirement, but it will be soon. So very sensible to get ahead of those regulations and make sure you're compliant now. Now, as I'm recording today, we're expecting quite a major announcement this afternoon as Michael Gove will be launching his much anticipated Levelling Up white paper. And we know that there are going to be several, maybe more radical rental reforms announced in that white paper. I'm going to be recording another video later today that will focus entirely on those, so please do keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, I wish you a very enjoyable February, and I'll see you again at the end of the month. Bye-bye for now.